Good morning, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. It's Friday, July 11th, 2025, and this is your AM update.
Secret Service is totally accountable for Butler. Butler was an operational failure.
Nearly 1 year after President Trump narrowly dodged an assassination attempt, the Secret Service says 6 agents were disciplined for the failures of that day.
If there is a change of heart at any point in time on my end, it will only be because I truly believe that we collectively can get this done.
Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett potentially eyeing a run for U.S. Senate in Texas. And a behind-the-scenes look at how Vice President Kamala Harris chose Governor Tim Walz as her 2024 running mate. Hint, diet Mountain Dew was involved. All that and more coming up in just a moment on your AM update. It wasn't supposed to get this bad. Remember the time when you actually were on top of your bills? Then inflation hit, groceries, gas, everything shot up, prices up 26% from just a few years ago. It's not necessarily your fault if you have fallen into real debt. Let me share a smarter, faster, far easier way out of it. It's called Done with Debt, and they are not like other debt relief companies. They don't push loans or bankruptcy on you. Done with Debt has legendary negotiators who go head-to-head with your credit card and loan companies, and they have one goal: to drastically reduce or eliminate your debt altogether. They move lightning fast. Most clients see more money in their pocket month 1. But a word to the wise, hurry, because some of their debt erasing strategies are time sensitive. So consider talking to a Done with Debt strategist before you make another bill payment. It's free. Visit donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com, donewithdebt.com. This weekend marking 1 year since the Butler, Pennsylvania assassination attempt on then-candidate Donald Trump. The shooter firing 8 shots toward Mr. Trump just minutes into his speech.
Take a look at what happened. Wait.
President Trump pumping his fist in the air, shouting, "Fight, fight, fight," to the crowd, later saying he wanted everyone to know he was okay. A single bullet miraculously hitting Mr. Trump's ear, millimeters from his brain, thanks to Trump turning his head a split second beforehand. Firefighter Corey Compatore fatally shot while using his body to shield his wife and daughter from the hail of bullets. Comparatore's widow, Helen, speaking out Wednesday morning on Fox News.
We were all sitting ducks that day. Our blood is all over their hands. I'm angry. I lost the love of my life. Why weren't they paying attention? Why did they think that roof didn't need covered?
Do you think Thomas Crooks did this all by himself?
Honestly, I believe that he could. I do believe. Kids can do those things when they're mentally not right.
The Secret Service, Homeland Security, both chambers of Congress all releasing scathing reports on the catastrophic failures of the Secret Service leading up to that moment, outlining communication breakdowns, insufficient manpower, and unclear coordination. Then Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle resigning 10 days after the shooting, 1 day after a House hearing in which she called the incident, quote, the most significant operational failure in decades. On Wednesday evening, for the first time, Secret Service Deputy Director Matthew Quinn confirming 6 agents have been suspended over the failures of that day. CBS News reporting the penalties ranging from 10 to 42 days of leave without pay or benefits. Quinn, handpicked by Trump-appointed Secret Service Director Sean Curran, telling CBS, quote, "We aren't going to fire our way out of this. We're going to focus on the root cause and fix the deficiencies that put us in that situation." More from that interview.
Has the Secret Service done enough? What's the answer?
The answer is that Secret Service is totally accountable for Butler. Butler was an operational failure, and we are focused today on ensuring that it never happens again and executing our strategic plan to increase technology, to improve communications, to make sure our personnel are well-trained, equipped, and deployed.
In a 1 year later update released on Thursday, the Secret Service announcing it is instituting sweeping reforms and emphasizing the importance of accountability. However, Real Clear Politics national political correspondent Susan Crabtree reporting Thursday, quote, "Key supervisors who signed off on the Butler security plan and 2 who were working on the final walkthroughs before the rally were never disciplined, but instead received big promotions." Going on to report that, quote, "rank and file agents are incensed over the decision not to hold the supervisors accountable, further sinking already low morale, end quote. We reached out to Secret Service for comment on this reporting. They referred us back to their one-year update. Democrat Congresswoman from Texas, Jasmine Crockett, not ruling out a Senate run after 2 new polls show her leading the pack in a hypothetical Democrat primary. In a poll first obtained by the Daily Caller, the National Republican Senatorial Committee, surveying 566 likely Democrat primary voters in Texas, finding Ms. Crockett leading with 35% support, followed by former NFL player Colin Allred, who just lost a race for Senator Ted Cruz's seat last year by over 8 points at 20%. Perpetual election loser Beto O'Rourke tying Congressman Joaquin Castro for third place at 13%. Republican Senator John Cornyn, currently occupying the seat, is up for re-election in November 2026. A University of Texas at Tyler poll released last month asking Texas Democratic voters who, quote, most closely shares your values. Congresswoman Crockett leading with 30%, O'Rourke at 29%, Allred at 28%, Congressman Castro at 13%. Many on the left viewing Congresswoman Crockett as a rising star within the Democrat Party since taking office in 2023, quickly becoming known for her fiery rhetoric and confrontational approach to politics.
You randomly kidnapping folk and you throwing them out of the country against their civil rights, against their constitutional rights.
If there's anyone that I am concerned about their mental acuity, it is the current occupant.
Violence doesn't come from Democrats, just to be clear. I mean, obviously anyone can be a criminal, but it is MAGA. Instead of publicly calling us the N-word, they use racist epithets and suggest that we're ghetto or unqualified. We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
That last reference to wheelchair-bound Texas Governor Greg Abbott. She claimed the nickname was due to him busing migrants out of the state. Sure. In the upcoming election, Democrats aiming to flip a seat held by Republicans since 1961. Congresswoman Crockett on Wednesday on Instagram reacting to speculation on whether she may run.
There have been a lot of questions about what's going to happen in the Senate race in Texas. There have been 2 different polls that have come out that have somehow thrown my name into them. And one of them was released today that the Republicans put into the field, the Republican Senate Committee, allegedly. And allegedly it has me as topping the field for the Senate. Listen, I have been so busy in the House because that's where I am. That's been my focus. Depending on how many people reach out will determine if there's something to actually consider. But as of now, I am proudly serving Texas 30th Congressional District. It's going to take a lot to flip this state. And if there is a change of heart at any point in time on my end, it will only be because I truly believe that we collectively can get this done. This means raising a lot of money. It means traversing a very, very, very large state. It means connecting and meeting people where they are in a very short amount of time.
Blaze TV host Stu Burgier posting on X, quote, "There's nobody better." Coming up, a look at the factors leading to Vice President Kamala Harris's gut decision to choose Governor Tim Walz as her running mate. If you are stressed about back taxes, maybe you missed the April deadline or your books are a mess, don't wait. The IRS is cracking down. Penalties add up fast, 5% a month, up to 25% just for not filing. But there is help. You don't have to handle this alone. Tax Network USA can take the burden off your shoulders and stop the spiral before it gets worse. They have helped thousands of Americans, whether you're an employee, a small business owner, or you haven't filed in years. Messy books? No problem. They've seen it all. Tax Network USA has direct access to powerful IRS programs and expert negotiators on your side. You'll get a free consultation, and if you qualify, they may even be able to reduce or eliminate what you owe. More importantly, they will help protect you from wage garnishments or bank levies. So don't wait for the next IRS letter. Call 800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Megyn to talk to a real expert at Tax Network USA. Take the pressure off. Let Tax Network USA handle your tax issues. A new book lifting the curtain on Vice President Kamala Harris's disastrous decision to choose Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her 2024 running mate. Ms. Harris in September describing the selection process on MSNBC.
And you are running for a job that takes extraordinary instinct and guts.
Yeah.
What's the last time you had to make a gut decision? This here is very prescribed. It's very controlled.
Yeah. Probably the biggest gut decision I've made most recently is to choose my running mate. Yeah. There were lots of good, incredible candidates. And ultimately that came down to a gut decision.
Journalists Josh Dawsey, Tyler Pager, and Isaac Arnsdorf revealing the details behind that ill-fated gut decision in their new book, 2024, How Trump Retook the White House and Democrats Lost America. The final three candidates reportedly Governor Walz, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and U.S. Senator from Arizona and former astronaut Mark Kelly. The Harris campaign prioritizing appeal to rural voters in the decision, inviting the final three candidates to Vice President Harris's residence for final interviews. According to the book, when asked what they would like to drink, Senator Kelly and Governor Shapiro selecting water. Governor Walz requesting Diet Mountain Dew, and that's what did it, people. This was reportedly a deciding factor in who should be a heartbeat away from the presidency. This was her gut telling her he was the one. My God. As Governor Shapiro reportedly pushed VP Harris on what his role was going to look like, Governor Walz reportedly offering up reasons why he should not be selected. From the book, quote, in his interview that Friday, he said he had never used a teleprompter before. On Sunday, he told Harris, I would understand if you went with somebody else because I'm really nervous about the debate and I don't think I'll do well. Why didn't she listen? Still, the vetting team did not fully appreciate his tendency to misspeak, write the authors, his folksiness sometimes tipping into factual imprecision. Factual imprecision? You mean his lies about his alleged time in combat, where he never was, or that time he was allegedly in China for the Tiananmen Square massacre? No, that wasn't true either. Governor Walz ultimately offering up a dismal debate performance against then-Senator J.D. Vance, looking like a deer in the headlights, stumbling on policy and delivering this bizarre line.
Governor, you previously opposed an assault weapons ban, but it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA, I was an NRA guy for a long time. They used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today.
Now, you can't say he didn't warn her. And his gaffes kept coming.
Think about this. When I was a kid growing up in Nebraska, being gay was illegal. Still technically illegal.
Look, we get to turn the page on that, and I plan on waking up on November 6th with Madam President. And I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect, and I'm a knucklehead at times.
Governor Walz also spending much of the short-lived campaign defending his many past controversies rather than advancing her arguments. The Kamala Harris-Tim Walz ticket ultimately losing every single battleground state and the presidency, despite nearly $2 billion in total spending and gushing coverage by everyone in the establishment media. And that'll do it for your AM Update. I'm Megyn Kelly. Join me back here for the Megyn Kelly Show. Enjoy your Friday. Happy birthday, Mom. And we'll see you live on SiriusXM Triumph Channel 111 at noon East on youtube.com/Megyn Kelly and on all podcast platforms.